Have y'all wiped the sweat off your brow now, or are we at school? All right, well, I tell you what, let's do a little interviewing, and we'll have Sabrina come on up. And out of the 400 questions I have for you, Sabrina, tell me about fly fishing, an interest of mine.
Yes. My husband taught me to fly fish in his living room with the far end of the rod with some red yarn, and he really trusted me with that really expensive Sage fly rod. But we were preparing for that first big trip to go out with his family. So it was going to be Sabrina's debut in front of his family. So it was really important that I knew how to do that. And he let me practice and really taught me the grace of it. And the main part that why we both enjoy fly fishing so much is because it takes us outdoors. We both enjoy quiet and time to be together. So the art of fly fishing is something that I really treasure, but more so is the art of nature when we're outside and it's just the two of us together. So that I really encourage anyone that's ever fished, or even if you haven't, try it, because it's a great sport to have in your pocket as far as something to go and do.
Excellent. My neighbor, an old retired guy who used to make flies as a living manufacturer, taught me how to fly fish a couple of years ago. He said I couldn't keep any of the fish. I couldn't deal with that very often. What does that lead into photography? You seem to snap a photo here or two? It's
more the nature. I wish I had some real keepers to take photographs of. Only a couple on our honeymoon, we went out to Montana and fished, did some fly fishing. That was on a guided boat. Can't remember the name of the river off the top of my head, but I was fortunate enough to land a 20-inch rainbow trout. I'm not going to tell you about the brook trout and the brown trout, especially the brown trout that was larger than 20 inches. It was the largest one that anyone hooked on the trip, but we didn't get a photo of it because it outsmarted me, so I'm still an amateur. But the photography part is where, being outside so much, I enjoy seeing nature, and that's when I enjoy photographing the most. So I wish there were more fish in the photographs, but if nothing else, I'm floating down the river and taking scenic photographs as we go, and I enjoy that.
So you could say you kind of take photos on the fly?
I do take photos on the fly also.
Well done. Winston Sanford, come on down. Well, your table topics was very family-centric. And tell me about the rigors of being a granddad. I don't want to put you on the spot. I've been there too.
It's okay. My wife isn't here tonight, so I'll do this. I thought that it would be easy being a granddad, and then I found out that there are obligations involved that you don't expect to get. For example, if you have a wife like mine who absolutely loves the grandchildren, your weekends disappear because you're always going here, going there. Oh, we've got to visit Ann down in South Carolina. We got to visit Scott. I will tell you one thing, though. I did sacrifice for my Army officer son. I went to India for an entire month and tromped around the country with him. Unfortunately, I broke my ankle in the process. Now my foot looks funny, but it was fun being with him and the grandson. And it wasn't so much fun, I don't think, for the pregnant wife with twins, but we always have a good time with the grandkids. And if you're into grandkids, you've got to be into soccer. It's a requirement of life.
Does this tie in with chess? Have you taught them how to play chess?
I've worked with the 20-year-old and the 7-year-old on chess. My sons don't seem to get it as fast as I really want them to. It's like when you can play blindfolded chess against them and still win, you know there's something that's not clicking with them.
exposed yourself the other day at the other contest. You're a TV junkie. And,
Love TV.
and the Kardashians kind of came to mind. Okay, I'll let you embarrass yourself.
I love reality TV, especially, not just the Kardashians, but I love American Idol. Except for results night, I do not like Thursday nights because it's so stressful. I mean, I can imagine how stressed they are, but I get stressed for them. And I just get all worked up and, oh no, I can't believe it, save him, and all this, and I'm screaming at the TV. Same with like The Bachelor, when he picked Courtney, I was so upset. That was very devastating.
No.
I can only do this when my husband's not home.
Why would anybody move from Minnesota to North Carolina? You lived in Minnesota. As I understand, people know how to drive in the wintertime there.
Oh,
unlike
yes,
North Carolina.
yes,
What
yes.
brought that into your life?
Well, I never liked living in Minnesota. I think you just live where you're born, and my whole both our families are still there. And my husband got an opportunity with his job to move here. I'm like, warm? I don't even care. I don't need to see it, but I was going. And just dove right in, and I absolutely love it here.
Well, that's good. How long have you been?
Since November 2010. So
Oh,
just
you
a
got
little
here.
over a year.
You need 10 years to be like a native. You know,
Oh,
it takes a while before you're certified. Anyway, we hope you get over your addiction. You know, if you need help, let me know. Thank you very much. And Claudia, come on down. Well, obviously you're into cats, or cats are into you. And you write. What kind of things do you write? Where's your passion there?
Oh gosh, I write all kinds of stuff. I write letters, I've written a book. I wrote, when I lived in New Hampshire, I wrote a parent line column telling parents what to do about their children. It was kind of like a Dear Abby for parents, and we'd get these off-the-wall kinds of things. And I'd lie in bed at night and I'd think, oh, what can I do? And it was wonderful fun. I'm right now working, I teach at Duke's Ollie chapter, that's adult peer education, and I'm writing a course that will be called In Search of the Magic Pill, examining ideas about health, healing, and medicine. So I do a lot of social philosophy kinds of writing.
Excellent, excellent. I saw something on your bio and it just raised my eyebrows. What is kettle gels?
Kettlebells.
Oh, bells.
Kettlebells. Well, when you get
It's along the letter.
when you get over a certain age, you start to ossify. When I got over a certain age, I started to ossify. My son gave me a gift certificate to a gym where this is done. A kettlebell is a cannonball with a handle. And they come in various weights. And because I really don't want to ossify, I do this ballistic movement weight training. It's a functional movement weight training, works the whole body. And I want to tell you, I just really want those muscles.
All right.
Well, I cannot tell you how much enjoyment you brought each one of our speakers this afternoon or this evening into each one of our lives. And as you have crafted your arts and speeches and opened your horizons, you've also engaged us in a way that we thoroughly enjoy. I'd like to make one announcement that but also absolutely got bypassed. We do have a guest, Kamal Das, who is a past district governor who has lived in Pennsylvania. He's now down here in North Carolina with us. And again, welcome to and help participate in our thing.
Thank you.
Okay, do we want to?
The announcements, Dia,
Okay.
do you want to do the
License plates?
license plates?
Okay.
Two announcements.
We have two announcements. So Adaya Safir, why don't you come on up?